Hi, this is Diversity of Life, Investigation 9, Vocabulary on Insects. Entomologist is the first vocab word. Entomologists are people who study insects. Exoskeleton. Definition is a tough, rigid, watertight, protective outer covering of an insect. So in this picture of a cockroach, you can see that it has shed its exoskeleton. It is a tough, rigid, watertight covering that goes over the insect, and they have to shed it to grow. Chitin is what they're made of. The exoskeleton is made of chitin, strong, lightweight substance. And here is just an exoskeleton of a cicada. Those buzzing noises that you hear on a hot summer day, that's a cicada. In insects, there are three body parts, as you can see in this picture. So the head, which is the front of the insect, will include always a mouth and sensory organs. And this is a close-up picture of a wasp's head. So you can see the eyes. Sensory organs would be the antenna. And you can see the mouth parts here, all on the head of an insect. Antennas allow insects to sense odor and to feel vibrations. That's their job. So they sense odor and vibrations. Many different kinds of antennas, as you can see. So depending on the insect, the antenna is going to look different. The thorax, which is the middle part of the insect, has a lot of stuff on it. It has the legs and the wings. So this is the movement of the insect, and that's what is on the thorax. The wings will always be connected to the thorax and the legs, and of course, always 6 legs. That's one of the characteristics of an insect, is it has 6 legs. So this picture is showing one side of the insect. Compound eyes are made of many lenses located on the sides of the head. Compound eyes can detect color and motion. So you can see the many lenses in this picture. That's what compound eyes are. Us as humans, we have just one lens. The abdomen is the back of the insect. It holds the organs of the insect. So in other words, the respiratory system, the circulatory system has things in the abdomen, the organs of the insect. Spiracles is one of those things in the abdomen that has to do with gas exchange. They're little tiny openings, and you can see them here on the grasshopper. You see these little holes. And you can see the spiracles very good on this hornworm. Those are spiracles. In other words, they let air in and out. In the case of animals, of course, we need the oxygen and we let out carbon dioxide. How does this get transferred around the insect? It's called the trachea. The trachea is a network of hollow tubes, and that's where insects get the oxygen to go around the whole body. So here are the tubes, or the trachea. Molting is when an insect has to shed its exoskeleton because it's growing. It's the only way it can grow. So here's the cicada again, and it is molting, getting rid of its exoskeleton because it's going to be a little bit bigger. Metamorphosis. The word itself means when the body structure of an insect changes. So metamorphosis, it morphs, it changes into something different. But there's 2 kinds of metamorphosis in insects. There's complete metamorphosis. Definition is the adult looks completely different from the larva. There are 4 life stages in complete metamorphosis. The insect starts out, of course, as an egg. Then it turns into a larva, which usually is a worm-looking thing. Then it goes into the pupa stage, which is this stage here. And then it goes into the adult stage, which in this case the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. And specifically, yes, this is the monarch butterfly. The pupa stage is oftentimes called the chrysalis. That's what houses the larva that is changing, morphing into a butterfly. Incomplete metamorphosis, it doesn't morph, it just gets bigger. So all stages of growth look the same. So it starts out as an egg, and then when they are not quite adults, they're called nymphs. And then they'll molt and get rid of the exoskeleton, depending on how many times that happens, depending on the insect, and eventually it will molt into an adult. So the juvenile stage is called the nymph, and there could be many nymphal stages to an insect, and then the adult stage. But they all look the same. That's incomplete metamorphosis. And that's the end of investigation 9.